Today we're going to be looking at the CD laddering strategy. A CD ladder is just like a bond ladder, except it's built with CDs instead of bonds. In this video, I'm first going to give a high-level overview of the CD laddering strategy versus buying an individual CD. Then I'm going to walk through 3 ways to build a CD ladder on Fidelity and show you the 6-month CD ladder that I built on Fidelity using one of these methods. All this right after. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Learn to invest like a wolf at your own risk. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Nguyen and I'm the founder of Wolves of Investing. If you're new, I talk about stocks, SPACs, Bitcoin, options, fixed income, and anything on my mind related to investing. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom through investing, be sure to click on that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't yet. And please remember to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, as it truly helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. CD ladders allow you to spread your money across multiple CDs with different maturity dates. For example, instead of going all in on a 1-year CD, you can split your purchase up by buying a 3-month CD, a 6-month CD, a 9-month CD, and a 1-year CD. What that might look like is $10,000 into each one of those 4 CDs instead of $40,000 into one single 1-year CD. Once the first CD matures, you can take that money and put it into a new 1-year CD. When the second one matures, you can buy another 1-year CD. And after the third one matures, you can buy another 1-year CD. All of a sudden, all 4 rungs of your CD ladder will contain a 1-year CD. But you'll be able to cash out one of those rungs every 3 months instead of every 12 months. You can even set up a 12-rung ladder if you want to collect monthly income. There are many benefits to creating a CD ladder versus going all in on one longer maturity date CD. First, you don't have to have all of your money tied up in the longer maturity date CD, since you'll own a blend of longer and shorter maturity date CDs. Second, after all of the rungs of the CD ladder are filled with the longest maturity date CD, you get to take advantage of the relatively higher interest rates that the longer dated CDs provide, while also taking advantage of the shorter dated rungs of the ladder. So you get the best of both worlds. This is especially important in a rising rate environment. And in my opinion, it's best to choose a CD ladder if you think rates are rising. So what are the risks of creating a CD ladder versus going all in on one longer maturity dated CD? In my opinion, the main risk is if CD rates start falling. For example, if a 1-year CD is currently paying 4.7% and 3 months later 1-year CDs are only paying 4%, it would have been much better to go all in on that 1-year CD to begin with. So in my opinion, if you think rates are going to fall, it's best to put most of your money in the longest duration CD you can afford instead of building a CD ladder. Of course, there's no crystal ball that can predict where CD rates will be 3 months from now with 100% certainty. But what I do is look at what the Fed is doing and try to make an educated guess. I'm filming this video in November of 2022, and since the beginning of the year, the Fed has said that they will raise rates aggressively to fight inflation. And that's why we've seen interest rates on CDs go up so much. In my opinion, the Fed is going to keep raising rates until inflation gets under control. The latest monthly CPI inflation reading came in at 7.7%, and the Fed's goal is 2%. So I believe that we're still in a rising rate environment and that CD interest rates still have more room to run. That's why at the time of this video, I prefer building a CD ladder versus going all in on one long duration CD. One more risk I wanted to mention about CD ladders before we get into the examples is the maturity duration risk. Although there's less duration risk in a CD ladder versus a single CD, In my opinion, it's still very important to only select the longest maturity date that your risk tolerance can handle. If you don't think you can hold a 1-year CD to maturity, you might want to consider building a 9-month CD ladder or a 6-month CD ladder. Although you might be able to close or sell your CD back before maturity, you may have to pay a penalty and you may have to sell it back at a loss. So that's something to keep in mind when building your CD ladder. Now that we've gone over what a CD ladder is and some of the benefits and risks of a CD ladder versus buying one longer dated CD, I'm going to go over 3 ways to build a CD ladder on Fidelity. Fidelity is my favorite place to purchase CDs, and in my opinion, they make it very easy to build a CD ladder. And I'm going to assume that you already know how to purchase new issue CDs on Fidelity. If you don't, then be sure to watch this video that I made that walks you through how to buy CDs on Fidelity step by step. To get to Fidelity CDs, first click on News and Research at the top, then click on Fixed Income Bonds and CDs, then click on CDs and Ladders. There are pros and cons to each of these methods, and I'll talk about some of those pros and cons after I walk through each of these examples. The first method I want to show you is this model CD ladder. And if you click this link right here, you can learn more about how these model CD ladders work. As you can see, there are 3 ladders you can choose from. A 1-year ladder with 4 CDs, a 2-year ladder with 4 CDs, and a 5-year ladder with 5 CDs. A ladder APY is displayed underneath each of these ladders. For example, this 1-year ladder has an APY of 4.45%. Fidelity scans the list of new issue CDs every 15 minutes to create these model CD ladders. And you can see the timestamp of the last scan here. In my experience, it's best to research these model CD ladders on weekdays that aren't banking holidays. If you research them on the weekend or on a banking holiday, there might be a much smaller inventory of new issue CDs to choose from. You may notice that the highest yielding CD in the model ladder doesn't always match the highest yielding new issue CD from the new issue CD inventory. That's because the model CD ladder filters for the CDs that have call protection. I'm going to walk through the example of building the 1-year ladder, but just realize that the process is the same for the 2-year and 5-year ladders. So first I'm going to click on Build 1-year ladder. Next, I select which of my accounts I want to purchase the ladder for. Next, I enter how much I want to invest in this ladder. Because there are 4 rungs in this ladder, and each CD can only be purchased in $1,000 increments, I must enter at least $4,000 with $4,000 increments. CDs are FDIC insured up to $250,000 per bank. And you can learn more about FDIC insurance by clicking on this link. This may not pertain to you, but if you were to build a $1 million CD ladder, you wouldn't want to build the ladder with all CDs from the same bank, since that would clearly be above the $250,000 limit for FDIC insurance. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and enter $4,000 for this ladder and click Continue. Now you have the option to have your principal returned to you at maturity, or reinvest the maturing principal automatically via auto roll. This reinvestment feature is very cool, since it will automatically take each maturing CD and put it into the longest maturity date for the model CD ladder chosen. And of the 3 methods I'm going to show you in this video, this is the only method that has this feature. So I'm going to select this feature and click Continue. Then I'll agree to the auto roll service agreement to continue, which will then take me to the CD ladder search results page. You can now see how this model CD ladder filtered for the CDs. For example, it excluded callable CDs and used the highest yielding CDs for each rung. This page displays a lot of useful information for you to review, such as your principal cost, your average yield, and your annual interest. You can also review information about each individual rung of your CD ladder, such as the maturity date and annual interest that will be earned. And you can click on each CD if you want more information about it. If you click on the estimated interest and principal chart, you can see how you'll get paid on an annual or monthly chart. And you can also review the payment schedule showing your principal and interest. Back on the overview page, you can make some edits to your CD ladder, such as replacing a rung with a different CD, removing rungs from the ladder, or editing the purchase amount of each rung. For this video, I'm going to stick to the selected model CD ladder and click Continue. Now I have another chance to review my CD ladder and review any warnings associated with the CDs. Once I'm satisfied with my review, I click Purchase Ladder. Then I'll get this CD ladder confirmation page that confirms my order was successful. Because these are new issue CDs, the orders won't actually be completed until the settlement dates, which are displayed here. So you can cancel this order before each of the purchases go through, which is what I'm going to show you next. To cancel these open orders, you can click here to go to your orders page. Another way to get here is the activity and orders link from your account. And you can see that the 4 CD orders from my ladder are displayed here with the status open. To cancel, I would simply click Cancel, then click Attempt to Cancel, and the status would change to Verified Canceled. To cancel the entire order, you would have to repeat the process to cancel all 4 of those orders. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel all 4 of these orders. The advantages of this first method is that it's very easy to set up your CD ladder. And it offers the reinvestment auto roll feature, so you can set it and forget about it. The disadvantage is that it only has the 1-year, 2-year, and 5-year model ladders, which makes it difficult to customize your CD ladder to, say, a 9-month ladder or an 18-month ladder. Now let's take a look at the second method for building a CD ladder on Fidelity. From the CDs and ladders page, from the list of all new issue CDs, I first like to sort by the maturity date with the shortest dated maturities displayed at the top. Then I just click on Build a Custom CD Ladder. Now I just scroll through the list and select the CDs that I want to choose for this ladder. For this example, I'm going to create a 6-rung ladder with the longest maturity of 6 months so that I can collect monthly income from these CDs. I'll choose a 1-month, 2-month, 3-month, 4-month, 5-month, and 6-month CD. And the main things I'm looking for are the highest yield with call protection. After I select all of my desired CDs, I scroll back up and click Continue. Then I choose the account I want to make the purchase for, and again click Continue. Now I enter the amount I want to purchase. I'll enter $6,000, which is the minimum for this 6-rung ladder, and then click Preview Your CD Ladder. And just like before, I can review my ladder. As you can see from the chart and payment schedule, I'll be collecting monthly interest from this CD ladder. And if I'm happy with my ladder, I click Continue. Then I review my order and then click Purchase Ladder. And just like before, the orders will display on my orders page and I can cancel them as long as they're still open. The advantage of this method is that you can really customize your ladder instead of having to choose from one of the 3 model ladders. One of the downsides to using this method is that there is no reinvestment auto roll feature. As a workaround, you can set up all but the last rung of the ladder using this method and then manually purchase the last rung and set up auto roll. Then continue to manually set up auto roll for your new purchases until all rungs of the ladder have the longest maturity CD. Now let's take a look at the third way to create a CD ladder on Fidelity. So far, this is the only method I've ever used. And that is just to simply manually purchase each CD for your ladder. I'm not going to walk you through these steps since it's so straightforward, but I will show you the CD ladder I set up on one of my accounts using this method. As you can see in this account, I have 5 CDs, $1,000 each. This one paying 3.2% matures next month on December 19th. This one paying 3.25% on January 12th. This one paying 3.6% on January 31st. this one paying 4.1% on March 17th, and this one paying 4.5% on May 15th. You may notice that the current value of some of these CDs is below what I paid for them. That doesn't matter as long as I hold these CDs to maturity, since I'm guaranteed to get my principal back at maturity up to the FDIC insurance limit. The advantage of this method is that I can easily customize my CD ladder. The disadvantage of this method is that I don't get to display my payment schedule and chart as I did in the other two methods. Another disadvantage is that everything, including auto roll, is set up manually, just like the second method. All right, so those are 3 ways to build a CD ladder on Fidelity. Let me know what you think. Drop me a line in the comments. Be sure to leave a like on this video before leaving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.